It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dolphins and the Ravens. And it's all up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Ravens.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders ready to get a start. And off we go here in Baltimore. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
And this is where you really need your quarterback, Mike, to step up and not just lead your offense, but to really establish himself as the leader of this entire team. You're looking to pick up your first win. You're trying to build a little momentum to kickstart what's been a slow start to the season. Remember, another loss here today, 0-4, would all but eliminate their playoff chances. Only one team in NFL history, the 1992 San Diego Chargers, has ever made the playoffs after an 0-4 start.
Second down, Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Raven first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch. But I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to run it. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number 1, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his 2nd, 3rd check down.
Oh, he's going to be fouled up and taken down. They got him.
We met with them the other day, Mike, and the offensive coordinator, he went out of his way. He was adamant that they felt really good early in this game. There was a lot of things on this opening script they could do to attack this defense. Well, needless to say, I don't think giving up a sack on the first play was what he had in mind, and now they face a 2nd and long. They got to get back on track.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Jackson now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They teach these defensive ends to rush to the X. The X is the spot where the quarterback stops his drop, and you can see when he hit that back foot, he had nowhere to go, and he's able to bring him down for a big sack.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now, Jackson. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
That's caught. Travis Kelce. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
So after one, it's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, you had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line. Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly, realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket, decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag there on the play. I think that's going to be holding on the offense. So on fourth down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give on the ground. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. 10 yards on the scramble there. He picks up the 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and He makes him pay.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Play action now. Jackson. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
The motion man is Johnson. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Ravens' 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. On play action, here's Jackson. He runs with it. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on,
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
if there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. He'll try to run for it. And he's into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens extend their advantage to 14-3. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense going to take over here in the final minute of this 1st half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. And not wanting to take on any contact, he's going to slide to a stop. 2 and out on 1st down. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. Clock to stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Deebo Samuel, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. DeAndre Swift, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback Lamar Jackson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Greg, simply put, they've been off their game right from the jump.
Yeah, sometimes it's just the way the game goes, and you can't really put your finger on it, but you feel good coming out of the week of practice. You feel really good about your game plan, and then once the ball's kicked off, nothing seems to work, and it's very frustrating because you can look great one week, and then the next week be completely taken out of your game.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
And they'll stop. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. From the gun, here's Tua. Drive is over before it can start. Swallow up to force the fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
This is taken at his own 30. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Travel start on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Off the play fake. Jackson. This one downfield by Flowers. And he will go all the way. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. Point right now for Tucker. The kick is good. And the Ravens move out to a 21-3 advantage. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Taking off, And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down. Give up the middle, and he'll be brought down 45. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Tunky. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Now Tua.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
He'll take off again.
These plays just kill you. Defense, the pressure's good, but you have to contain him. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Tua now on 3rd down.
Has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
For Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers heading back onto the field. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. Might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
3rd and long. Jackson. Off he goes. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ravens bring their punt team out, and he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Now, first down throw for Tua. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
He'll drop this one down to the fullback. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And the Dolphins are going to be set up. First and goal. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Back to throw is Tua. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They put Smythe in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. Now it's Tua. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. Fourth down and goal. They snap it to Tua. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past as they'll try to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, a gain of 6, it sets up third down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Ravens sending the punt team out there as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Tagovailoa. Catch made there by Waddle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing is Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulders of the quarterback.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
The Ravens offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Handoff here, up the middle, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They bounced back from the loss last week. Will put in a determined effort to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen. Our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.